single session that we've had on the YouTube. So you guys can go back to the Full Send YouTube page and literally watch all the trades. Like, I've recorded the last like 10 days of trades, and you can watch every single execution that I've taken. We've been on an absolute grind since I started recording it. Been killing it. Like, now that people are, watching the recordings, I gotta lock in. So I'm going to be trading on Legacy. I might honestly aim to pass the entire account today. I'm just $1,500 away, and I've been trading very, very conservatively, like literally stopping at 250, stopping at 400, stopping at 500, very small wins. So today I might just go for a little home run, because that's still going to be underneath the consistency. I'm already at 4,590 on the account. So I'm going to go for 6,000 today, which would be $1,500 profit. I might have to drop a little 15 micros or even 20. So let's see if we can get a nice trade with a nice execution where we don't have to risk too much on the trade, to obviously get there. So first of all, let me, because this isn't the chart that I normally use. Let's open up some of the indicators that I use. We got the fair value gap indicator. We have the session indicator. Let me get rid of the execution buttons. Boom. Clean it up. Clean your chart up, guys. This is your workspace. Then another thing that I always look at is going to be the dollar. So let's open up the dollar, which is DXY. I always use this TVC chart for DXY. Just looks the best. It seems to be following the concepts the best. So now let me scale up to the daily time frame. What do we got on the daily? Okay, so this morning, like, we ripped it, and we ripped absolutely like to the moon. I was looking for us to run lower, and I'm now going to continue expecting the dollar to go lower. This is a monthly time frame. You can see that we closed below this gap right here. We came down, closed below it, and now we're back up into it. This is a bearish gap now, so I'm expecting resistance from this gap, and I'm expecting the dollar to go down in like a monthly time frame. You know what I mean? So it might take a little while. I'm going to come in with a bearish narrative. And yesterday we like ripped down a lot, and then this morning Trump spoke. So we got a little bit of a pullback, but as long as I see that price starts dipping back down, I'm going to keep longing gold. There's no reason to panic just because we got some sell side. As I mentioned, the thing that I was going to look for on the daily time frame was this area right here, which is called an immediate rebalance. So before I look for longs, honestly, I do want to see that area taken out. So let me show you guys that this isn't just a level that I'm coming up with now. I sent this out in the Telegram group, so you guys can like see these trades ahead of time. I said I'm going to aim for this immediate rebalance today, and I sent it out right there, IMR. So this is pretty much a new fair value gap. You can see the indicators already marking it out, but it has not formed yet. It won't form until this daily candle closes. But if the candle overlaps with the previous one like this, then it will prevent this new fair value gap from forming. And pretty much that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this immediate rebalance, looking for it to come down and make that happen. But obviously I don't want to just like hop in, and start selling, because guys, if the dollar is falling on a monthly level, it's gonna fall, it's gonna drop down and gold's gonna fly. So there's no point of like risking some shorts when gold's bullish. That's why you have to scale down to the lower time frame. So now that I have a narrative, so narrative number one is potentially coming down into this immediate rebalance. So IMR, target number one. That would be our first target like of the day. I'd love to see this area get taken out. Otherwise, if it doesn't, we're just gonna look and see on the lower time frame. If we continue running up higher, then we're gonna take longs as well. You just have to look and see at the order flow where it's going on the lower time frame, and then we can trade from there. So Asia session already started. Let's scale down a little bit lower and see what happened from the open. We honestly kind of just moved sideways. We didn't create anything significant. We only took out this low right here. So we haven't even broken down yet. And part of the reason why I love trading the 7 o'clock is because we get a new 4-hour candle. So you can see on the right hand side, this is the 4-hour candle. It'll show me the 4-hour candle. And just now we got a new 4-hour candle that just opened. So at 7 o'clock, we get that new 4-hour candle, and I just pretty much look for where it's going to go. We were respecting this 1-hour gap. So here's a 1 hour gap that's pointing in a bearish direction. We got a 30-minute gap a little bit higher. So maybe if we tap into this 30-minute gap right here, then I'll just take shorts. Very simple shorts right there. And then let's see if we have anything lower time frame than that. We already got a wick on the 4 hour. Now we're creating a wick on the bottom. Honestly, it's not like the clearest price action, but for now, I think I'm just going to wait for this high to get taken out into this 30-minute gap. That would be my entry number one. And then second of all, if it starts breaking down towards sell side, like for example, we close below this level right here, then I'll look for some shorts from there as well. How's everyone doing today? Got 130 people in here. Welcome to my live stream. I go live every single day during Asia session. Are you looking for sells or buys? I'm honestly just analyzing the market for now and letting it tell me whether it's going to go up or down. Sell low, buy high. Seriously, did someone say full port? Bro, full send, always. Exactly, when market's coming back on the 1 hour candle, I'm gonna buy it again. Yeah. Let's go, everybody. What'd you guys all eat today? How you guys doing? And remember, guys, we're inside of the first minute of the 4 hour candle. So be patient with me. Like, we're still going to get an opportunity, even if it rips. Because typically the first, 15 minutes is just a bunch of manipulation. It can do whatever it wants. You just have to be patient. Mark out the highs. Identify what it barely missed. Take a look at this high right here. Slightly, if it went 2 pips higher, it would have tapped into that 30-minute gap. This is the kind of stuff that I pay attention to, right? That high right there. 30-minute gap, and if you scale down, you can see that we literally missed it by a tick. Wait, that's completely wrong. Oh, it was this high right here. Okay, I'm tripping. This is the high that formed the fair value gap. This is the high that ran up and barely missed tapping into the gap. So we came up right there. We failed to tap into it. So if it came a little bit higher, it would have tapped into that. So I'm going to be patient and I'm going to see whether we come back up into this area. If we take out this high and tap into that 30-minute gap, then I'd look for sells and just literally target this area right here. Otherwise, if we break below this 5-minute gap, then I'm also going to go sells from there. Once again, aiming for this daily gap right here. What's up, Teresa? I don't normally see you in Asia session. Welcome. Mexican steak burrito, already up 500 in Asia. What kind of trade did you take? How's your New York session? I didn't trade today in New York session. Trump spoke and I was just like, nah, he messed everything up. You know what I mean? So I was just very patient during New York session. Yo, what up? What we trading? We trading gold, XAU USD. We're trading GC. So on futures, gold is going to be MGC or GC. MGC is the micros one. I'm going to repeat that every single time. And then the mini one is going to be just regular GC. And I need $1,500 to pass my account. That's what I'm going to go for today. I'm going to try to actually go for it, hit that home run and pass the account. In order to take a trade, I think for now, I'm going to look for market to come back up, take this high, tap into that 30-minute gap. So that would be my first thing that I'm looking for. If it takes out this high, taps into this gap, then I'll go in for shorts there. Or if it breaks down and closes below this gap. Which I think it will because there's a little no wick right there. So there's a big magnet. Kind of wish I had one more screen. I might just open it up on another chart right here. I'm about to get a little IFEG right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're still staying inside of it. Guys, I'm honestly super cold. Where are you guys all from? Why do you just trade just off of your laptop? You don't need to trade off of anything else. I like to be very mobile, especially if I'm moving around. It's about to be negative 35 where I am. Dang, bro. That's crazy. I would actually freeze because I don't even think it's that cold over here in San Diego. Let me check right now. Yeah, it's 59. It's 59. but I'm still freezing cold. Trading from the Philippines. What time is it over there right now? Bet I'm the only Paraguayan here. Let's see, Troy. Let's see. Any other Paraguayans here in the chat? South Africa, best weather in the world. For real, it's pretty stable over there, I'm assuming. School got canceled because of it. Yikes. It's all snowy. Notice how we didn't break below this gap right here and now we're reversing. That's pretty much how you know if it's respecting a fair value gap or not. So now it's heading back up. Hopefully, as I said, we go back up and we take this high. We tap into that 30-minute gap and then we get that reversal from there. Let's see if anybody's tuning into the live right now. We got 5 people. Whoops. Thong's always tuning in on YouTube, bro. I don't know if he just can't join the Legacy live. There you go. What a beautiful run up from there. We're leaving a little no wick behind too. That's good. That's going to be a nice little target we can aim for some partials. There you go. I like how this is looking. So we got a little bottom wick on the 4-hour time frame, but I'm obviously bearish. I want to see the daily candle just go a little bit lower, rebalance that. I think it might happen. So I'm going to be a little bit risky, guys. If we get that break of structure towards sell side, again, guys, just like I gave you guys an analogy yesterday of the falling knife, like who knows the analogy of the falling knife? Somebody drop it in the chat. Somebody drop it in the chat. The analogy of the falling knife. Explain it to me. Let's see who was listening yesterday. I need the picture again. Don't catch a falling knife. Exactly. Wait for it to hit the floor. There you go. We got teamwork in the chat. Jay and Troy were working together to answer that question. Never catch the falling knife. You wait for it to drop to the floor, right? If the knife is falling, like you don't want to catch it by the blade as it's falling. If you just wait for it to hit the floor, then you could pick it up without cutting yourself. Right? How old are you, Mark? How old do you think I am? How old do you think I am? Hardcore, bro. So, same exact analogy, but towards buy side, right? Yeah, I'm 67 years old, bro. 67 years old. So you don't want to be catching it when it's like flying to the moon, like it's a rocket ship. You wait for the rocket ship to hit space and slow down, then it'll drop back down, you know what I mean? So what we're going to do, we just took out this previous high and reverse from there. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for it to stop first and then start reversing. We're going to wait for a break of structure after we hit this area, break of structure towards sell side, and then we're going to ride it on the way down. Like I said, I'm going to look for a pretty nice trade, a nice setup, high probability entry, because I'm looking to make 1,500 today. I'm looking to make a little bit more than usual, so I'm going to be dropping more risk. So I want to be very precise, very patient with how I'm trading. Flying knife, exactly, bro. The knife is flying to the moon, bro. He didn't answer. I'm 20, guys. I'm 20. 20 big old years old. Second time tuning in, by the way. Love these from LF, Legacy Fund of Futures. $20-year-old buck is crazy. You still in school? I go to university. I just turned 18. Honestly, guys, I was studying computer science, but I just couldn't balance it because I wasn't paying attention at all. I'm on like academic probation right now, so if I fail any more classes, I might actually get kicked out. So I switched my major from computer science to international business, thinking that it was gonna be much easier, and I'm still getting fried over here. You just unlocked premium access to Earth. Literally, bro. Are you one of those kids that casually pulls up in a Porsche? Right now I'm driving on a C300 Mercedes-Benz. You don't need school. I know. It still sucks though, you know, when I put in some effort here and I can't it's just whatever. Balance isn't always easy. Yeah, I know. AMGs are so nice. I got an SVJ. Bro, let's see it. Let's see it, Krieger. Hey, that thing's nice. He made 2K this week off of one trade. We be doing that on a daily basis. Well, I'm 20 and also doing cybersecurity and getting cooked. I know, dude, and you're trading too. That's what I mean, bro. If you're trading and just balancing anything else in life, like while you were still learning, because I'm a third year already, so 3 years in, and I've just been pretty much like focusing on trading, social media. I literally was trading during class and just not paying attention to what my professor was saying, and I would just be getting cooked. You can't really do that at university. Like, you have to attend lectures, you have to go to exams in person. There's no cheating. It's a little hard to get by. I just got a G-Wagon. Let's go, Sam. How much leverage on your funded? I think I'm gonna go in with like 15 micros today. You can trade a total, I think, of 50 micros or 5 minis on the legacy funded futures. Is it all the math that makes CS rough? It's not the math, it's the programming languages. It's like, think about it as if you're learning Spanish. Like, it's not easy to learn another language, and pretty much there's like a bunch of different programming languages, and you have to learn those languages in order to use them for programming assignments. And I would always just try to cram it all into like a few days, and I couldn't handle it. C and C++ quickly. Yeah. I didn't spend enough time in school, and pretty much, you have to, especially when it's university. What's your Instagram? I'll drop a follow. It's Full Send Traders. Full Send Traders on Instagram. Appreciate you. Look, once again, we are staying inside of this 1 minute for rally gap. So notice how the price action right now is literally just accumulating. So there's 3 stages to every single day. And this applies the same way, higher time frame as well. Accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So accumulation is pretty much the consolidation. And what accumulation means is like building up orders. Like, let's define accumulation. The acquisition or gradual gathering of something. And what it's gathering is stop losses, because there's a bunch of people that are still buying and selling inside of this range. And those people that are buying are going to try to put their stop losses below the lows. People that are selling are going to try to put their stop losses above the highs. So it's building up a bunch of like what some people like to call liquidity. It's building up a lot of liquidity above the highs and below the lows. This is the accumulation phase. So if you guys have ever heard of AMD, accumulation, then we get manipulation. Manipulation is when it takes out the lows and then the highs. It takes out all those orders and new orders come into the market. This is when it's a lot more volatile. Like, you optimally are trying to get in like here. So AMD. So this is the second phase, manipulation. And then the third phase, D, would be the distribution. So when it goes down and it distributes towards the direction, or it just pretty much just distributes after the manipulation, which means it pulls back. Right, so what we are inside of right now, like from what it seems like, is this accumulation phase. We're building up highs and lows inside of this little box area. And you can see that it's respecting this gap. It's staying, all the candles are staying inside of it. Once it leaves the range, that's when we're going to be looking for that setup, right? And when it leaves the range and takes out these highs, there's a 30-minute fair value gap right above, 30-minute time frame. That's all I'm looking for. Once it taps into this gap, I'm looking for sells. But for now, we're still inside of that accumulation phase. You don't want to be getting cooked. All right, chat, who got that? Make sense? No sound. No way. Check, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? Check, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me now? You can hear me? No way. I think it just connected to my phone or something, guys. That sucks. Oh. Check, check, check. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Loud and clear. You guys are trolling so hard, bruh. Hello? Can you guys hear me now? Still no sound. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright, guys, what about now? Hello? 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 Hello?
No, bro. On my phone, it didn't work, and then I tried to rejoin them on the PC. Yeah, it's nothing. Nothing's working.
Alright, I'm gonna restart.
Like your stream works, but like your sound works. It doesn't work.
What about now, Daniel? Can you check?
Talk.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yeah, it's working now.
It's working? Alright.
Yeah.
Golly.
All right. So.
Alright, thank you, Daniel. Lil bro came to save us? For real, bro. Lil bro clutching it up, for real. Dude was talking to himself for 30 minutes. I was trying to fix it. We in the trade? No, it's still not leaving the range. Let me explain it to you guys. I'm gonna send out another announcement. Boom. I have no idea what happened because people are saying that the YouTube stream still works, you know? So the audio on YouTube was working. There you go, everybody. How's teaching yourself how to be a millionaire? I know, right? When everybody was watching the charts and they're seeing all this like sauce that's being taught right there and they're like, what the heck? Who knows, guys? Who knows? The few people that were watching on the YouTube live stream were the only ones. We can hear so well here. So I was saying, guys, right here, pretty much we are inside of an accumulation phase. Ain't YouTube got a delay? Yeah, YouTube has a delay, so a little bit of delay. It's better to trade on Discord. AMD, exactly. We're part of the AMD cycle. So for everybody that's heard of AMD, pretty much it stands for accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. And this is what we look for every single day. It doesn't just apply to the daily candle. It applies to like even lower time frame as well. Accumulation is pretty much when it's building up orders. Like I defined accumulation, the acquisition or gradual gathering of something. And do you guys know what it's gathering? Somebody drop me in the chat. Somebody drop me in the chat what we are gathering right here. Orders, exactly, liquidity. Because buyers inside of this range, like there's still people in here buying, like there's still people buying and they're placing their stop losses below the low, right? And then there's also going to be people selling here and they're going to be placing their stop losses above the highs. There's tons of orders gathering right here. This is the accumulation phase where we're gathering orders. Market then likes to come and manipulate on that. It takes those buyers out. It takes their stop losses out and it takes that out and reverses from there. That's called the manipulation cycle. Then it runs and takes out the other side of the market. Now, if the market wants to continue going higher, because the bias, the narrative, the target is somewhere up here, right? Somewhere up here. That's the target. So we're going to continue going higher. There's 3 phases to this. First is accumulation. Second is going to be manipulation right here. And the third cycle is going to be distribution. Now, distribution can either, like once the daily target has been hit, just pull back from it, right? This could be the distribution phase where it pulls back from the target that it already hit. Now, if the target has not yet been hit and the daily still wants to go higher, instead of doing that, it's going to pull back into the discount and then continue higher to the target. That is the distribution phase where it goes back into the fair value gap or whatever is in the discount, which just means like the 0.5 of the Fibonacci, right? 0.5 comes back down into this area. Then it continues to where it has to go for the day. So right now, guys, if we look at the chart, we're kind of inside of this box range. Like I don't really want to be trading inside of this little range that we're in because we're kind of just respecting this 1 minute gap and then we're failing to take out highs. So it's consolidating. I don't want to be a part of this right now. But what I was saying is that slightly above these highs, which is what I was showing you guys when we started. I did a top-down analysis when I started this stream. Slightly above those highs is this right here, which is a 30-minute gap. On the 30-minute time frame, we have a gap. And this high right here is this high right here. Slightly above that is that 30-minute gap, which has yet to be tapped into. So when we take out that high, if the market then starts to turn around from this area, that's when I go in for sells. And then I'm going to aim for the daily target, which is lower. So first of all, I'm hoping that we do actually rip up above these highs, tap into that 30-minute gap, and then start going for the sell side here, which is all the buyers' stop losses. We take those out and then continue lower. So instead of this, it's going to be the opposite, where it goes accumulation like this. Then it takes out the highs, goes on the buyer's stop losses, and then continues lower because the daily target is lower, guys. It's way lower. That's where I'm hoping that today we run into this IMR, immediate rebalance, which is down here. It's at 4766. Now, I'm not going to be selling unless it hits this level right here. Or we break down like below this 5-minute gap. Like I said, I did a little top-down analysis when I started the stream. I think it's very important to constantly be aware of what's going on the higher time frames. So there you go. It looks like we're finally breaking that higher here. If we do sweep out the highs, tap into that 30-minute gap, and then start reversing, we're going to look for a market structure shift. We're going to look for that ceiling. So instead of like that floor where if the knife is falling, you let it drop, we're looking for a ceiling. Or like if you toss a ball up into the roof, it's going to hit a ceiling and then start coming back down. So we're going to wait for this to go hit the ceiling and then come back down. And we're going to catch it on the way down. There you go. Nice. We just ran straight through the highs and we're running into this 30-minute gap. So take a look at this. We're almost there at that 30-minute gap right there. Just a little bit higher. I do think it's going to hit it. It's probably going to hit it here. Honestly, that no wick would have probably been a pretty good entry for these longs. But like I said, I'm mainly aiming for those sells. I'm looking for those sells. I'm looking for that level on the daily to get hit. What do you think about Mampa's breakout strategy and only using the 15 and 5 minute? I mean, if it works for him, if he's making money with it, then it's great. You know, it's a great strategy. I don't trade like that, so I can't give you an opinion on, like, you know, what I haven't seen. I've seen the concepts that I trade repeated every day, you know, because I come in during this time, during Asia session, and I trade like this. I do a top-down analysis. I wait for my lower time frame confirmation, and then I go in on a trade. If he does something else, he knows that that strategy repeats, then it's still going to make him money. You guys get that? Chat, we understand in this chat? Let's go. Yeah, different stroke for different folk. That's funny. What's my win rate? It depends on the account. I've had a very bad win rate on like a few of my funded accounts, and like I've performed very well. I've gotten lots of payouts. If I'm swing trading, then the win rate's going to be much lower because I'm going to take much more losses before I get that good position. I think right now on Legacy, I'm going to log in for you guys, but I'm probably going to have to end the stream when I do log in, or just not share because my password always says like that I can't get in. It's so dumb. So dumb. I can't get in every single time. Okay, so we are about to tap into that 30 minute. We flew straight through it. Like I said, we're waiting for the ceiling. We're waiting for it to come back down and show us that we're breaking back down towards sell side, because we obviously don't want to just enter off of this gap when it's gonna fly straight through it like that. But if it comes back down and starts breaking structure towards sell side on this lower time frame, like I said, we just took out the high here, so we're still chilling. You know, we just took out the high. We manipulated towards buy side. Now we're looking for that sell side manipulation. So wait for the ceiling, wait for it to start coming back down. We're going to look for like one of these gaps to get disrespected, and then we're going to hop in off of one of these gaps. Do we want to close below the level? We don't want to close below the level. Honestly, even if it closes above here, I'm just going to wait for it to break back down towards sell side, because I'm very confident in this higher time frame narrative here that I have. Like at the minimum, I do think that it's going to run down into this immediate rebalance. So no matter what happens here on the 30-minute time frame, I'm going to look for it to run down into this daily level, because it almost did. It almost hit that daily level. But yeah, optimally, I want to see it close inside of this gap. That's the optimal situation. If it closes inside of it, beautiful. You know what I mean? We have 1 minute and 30 seconds until this 30-minute candle closes. We're going to give it some time afterwards as well. And then hopefully we start breaking back down towards sell side. Let's go, chat. This is looking good. This is looking real good. Nice. Look at that manipulation, and now we're pulling back. So now we just wait for confirmation. We wait for it to respect it. I don't want to hop in like right away, because we're about to get a new 30-minute candle. So similar to the 4 hour, there's going to be manipulation. Let's give it some time. We also didn't close below this gap yet. So let's give it some time. Be patient with me. We've already been so patient, guys. We're 29 minutes into this stream so far. Why not be a little more patient? I'm going for a big trade. I'm trying to pass the rest of this account right here. $1,500. I'm going to probably drop like 15. I'm going to drop 15. What you rating this setup? If it does close below the 30-minute gap, like this, and then the next 30-minute candle opens and then breaks us down towards sell side, gives us a nice little IFG, I'm rating that as an A+ setup. If it closes above this fair value gap right now, we got 8 seconds. It should close inside of it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go. Now we wait for a little wick to get created on the next 30-minute candle. There you go. We got the wick. Now we're going to look for sells. Low-key, I'm hopping in here. Boom. I'm in. Chat, I hopped in. 15 micros. Stop loss is just going right above the high for now. I'm going for 1,500 on this trade. There you go. Come on. We're inside of a new 30-minute candle. This can be a little volatile. We can still get some buy side here. But I think we're breaking down because we obviously did respect to that 30-minute candle right there. And we have a nice daily target. So why not? Come on. Come on, gold. Be gracious to us today. Give us a nice move from this 30-minute. We want to see it close below this. Like, low-key, I got in before it closed below, but we're inside of that new 30-minute candle. We want to see this close below, give us that IFEG that I was talking about. Come on. Break down. Where's your SL? Just slightly above the high. NQ1, y'all thinking a short position? I think it's going to spike. We're in Asia session, so you obviously don't want to be trading a USD only pair. It's not going to be as volatile as gold is. Sells from the new day opening gap don't look too bad. All right, we came back up to fill this gap slightly higher. I got in a little early because it didn't close below the gap. But I'm still confident in this bearish narrative. We're obviously inside of a 30-minute gap, and we got a new 30-minute candle. So we got a nice wick on this 30-minute candle now. There should be no reason for it to run any higher here. Let's go back down, get that immediate rebalance, and then I want to see it fly back up. Come on. Stay below that. Stay below that level. Because this would genuinely be the perfect AMD setup where we got that accumulation right here. We got this manipulation on the highs. And then we get that distribution towards sell side. Come on, chat. Who's in this with me? There you go. It's staying below that regular fair value gap right there. We're about to get a IFEG. Come on, break down towards sell side. Nice. Nice. We failed to take out the high. Now we're below this first fair value gap right there. Come on, this can be nice and juicy right now. 5 seconds left until we close below it. Let's see. All right, this one just barely closed below it. Just barely, but now we have an IFEG. So that's a nice little structure shift right there. Come on, keep going down. Nice. Beautiful. Immediate rebalance as well. Same thing we're looking for on the daily time frame, just happened on the 1 minute time frame. 1 minute. IMR. Come on. Respect this IFEG for us and run down. All we need is a low 1,500 today. Low 1,500. Beware of falling knives. Yeah, hopefully we get a nice falling knife here. We in it with micros. Let's go. Here for the knife to fall. I know we got such beautiful sell side. Do you think you take too many chances not waiting on confirmation? Low-key, I do, but you don't always need the trade to be perfect, especially with the higher time frame narrative. I've seen a lot of times where it just genuinely runs without giving me the perfect confirmation that I was waiting for. Let's go, chat. There you go. Come on. It's respecting the IFEG. It's struggling to break the high here. Low-key, even if it does take out the high, I'm still looking for sells. This is just our first literal break of structure towards sell side. I need to see more lows getting taken here. Another bearish candle. Come on, chat. Spam some W's for me if we break this low. Come on. What interval you take the trade on Legacy. What do you mean by that? I'm in with 15 micros right now. Look at that 30-minute candle. So pretty much it stopped inside of this 30-minute gap, and that's why we're looking for the sell. And I'm looking for the sell all the way back down to this immediate rebalance. But I would just close the position whenever I'm floating $1,500 profit, because that's all I need on this account. We need a nice bearish 30-minute candle. That would be so beautiful. That's all we need today, guys. We need a nice bearish 30-minute candle. It's just around this 30-minute gap. It's still deciding whether it wants to run down from this area. But I want to see this push. Nice. This is way too much consolidation. It's stressing me out. Come on, guys. Stop loss is just slightly above the highs. We're already getting that like movement towards sell side, you know, but it's just such a weak movement. It's such small candles, which sucks. I want to see bigger volatility towards sell side. But maybe we just got to be patient. Maybe it'll still give it to us. We just got to be patient. Are you in? I am in. I'm in a trade that is like this. Stop loss is slightly above the high, and we're looking for some sells. Because look at all these beautiful lows that we built up, guys. You can't tell me that we're not going to come down and take all these lows out. Like, it's so beautiful. Accumulation, manipulation on buy side, then we're going to get some manipulation on sell side. Towards that daily immediate rebalance. Let's go, chat. I'm not closing my position today. I'm holding it to 1,500. It's giving us way too much back and forth. Come on. But the only thing we can really do now is hope and pray. The market will decide whether this IFEG stays respected and runs down. But if you guys have seen my Instagram, every single recording that I have from the charts that I execute on, it's just a regular FEG or an IFEG, just like this one. Comes back into it a few times and then rips. I'm like that right now. For real, chat. We waiting for confirmation or should I answer? Nah, bro, we're already in. We're already in. I'm in with 15 micros. But what I was saying though is like these candles are weak. It's all staying below the IFEG, but it's weak. Let's see if there was anything that I might have missed on like the 1 hour time frame, for example. Because we do have this beautiful 30-minute gap. But let's check the 4 hour. We do have a 4 hour bullish FEG, but that doesn't really matter. We barely missed the daily immediate rebalance, so I was still looking for that to get taken out. 1 hour time frame, we have a 1 hour gap up here. But we already filled this one. We already tapped into it. You guys can see here we tapped into it, and then we broke down on the next one. So now we are inside of the 30-minute one, and I'm looking for a bearish 30-minute candle. Looking for it to turn around and sell off here. Price is being very, very slow. Very small and weak candles. But I'm so confident in the narrative that I'm gonna hold through this. I believe in the setup. I believe in the setup, guys. You guys believe in the setup? Drop a 2 in the chat if you believe in the setup. Drop a 1 if you do not believe in the chat. 2. Exactly. We believe in this setup, guys. We believe in this setup. Damn, we got a 4 in here. He's believing with some extra confidence. 6, 7? Damn. I guess this will be a lesson for me as well. If I observe that because the candles were very weak when we created this IFEG, if this trade hits my stop loss, next time I see such weak candles when the IFEG gets created, I'm just going to walk away and I'm going to wait for more volatile candles. Otherwise, like, guys, you can see that we did get that nice manipulation, but now we're standing around the highs. So, like, the worst case situation here is that we get another manipulation, you know? Like, we might come up just to add more volatility to the market. It might come up, take us out, and then run. That's what happens a lot of times, because if you're entering and it starts accumulating again, there might be another manipulation. But we're finally breaking down. Come on. Why do you have to come back up? Don't worry, guys. It will come down. Let's go. I don't believe in the setup. I believe in you, Marky. Hey, Brando. Bro, he be warming my heart. Think it will retest the highs and drop again? Nah, bro. We breaking down finally. Pashton, bro, he dropped some fire in the chat right there. Let's go. We're finally breaking down. Stay down. Come on. Floating 200. Floating 300. Hey, chat. We might just pass this funded today. I've only traded this funded on stream with you guys. Ran this thing absolutely to the moon in the last 2 weeks. Pretty much just securing $250 days like this. But today I'm putting a little bit of a risk. We're up a lot on the account. And I'm willing to risk a little bit of capital to get to that 1,500 today. We are believing in the setup today. Come on. Unfortunately, we failed to close above this gap right here. You can see that we have another gap, another 1 minute gap. So I want to see it come back and close below it. That would be nice bearish confirmation for us. There you go. And let's take a look at this 30-minute candle. You see that? It looks good. That 30-minute candle looks good too. When are we going break even, chat? Probably when it closes below this. When it closes below this low, I'm going break even. Because I'm in with a lot. Even though it looks like it's already floating 300, like it barely moved at all so far. So we're almost below that gap. Come on, chat. We got 150 people in this live stream today. Thank you, everybody who's tuning in today. You heavy, I'm heavy. Let's go. Don't be putting too much risk on the line. You got to make sure you understand the setup. You got to understand the narrative. So look right here. Here's another example of us respecting this gap. So think about it if this happened on the daily time frame, guys. If there was a fair value gap like this on the daily time frame and the first day came and closed inside of it, next day it runs up. You have an entire narrative of a bullish day. Second time right here, you can see we ran into it, we pulled back up and we closed above it. Then we got a nice bullish move off of that. So there's this like idea that the market is fractal, so which means that the same stuff that happens on the 1 minute time frame happens on the daily time frame or the weekly or the monthly. So that's exactly how you find daily narrative. You use the fair value gaps. If you see that the daily candle closed inside of it for value gap, then you know, oh, the next day is likely going to pull back up. You know what I mean? But you can see, even though that happened 2 times, we're still pulling down lower. Why? That probably means that the overall narrative on the higher time frame is bearish. So I think we closed below it. Let's go, chat. We closed below it right there. Boom. We now have another bearish IFEG. So what I tell you guys? I told you guys we were going break even. I really don't like doing that though. Right now I don't want to do it because I'm in with so much. And it's looking super weak, you know. We've been getting so much back and forth. Chat, should I do it? Should I do it or just hold? Alright, I'm break even. I said I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm not going to regret this decision. It closed below the gap, so it should go lower from here. If it runs up and takes me out, that was meant to be. This trade wasn't meant to be, you know what I mean? There you go. There you go. We ran straight back up, even after disrespecting the low. We're about to be inside of a macro, which is 750 to 810. But to be honest, guys, I like this trade a lot, but I also like having a nice physique. So you guys keep me updated. If you take another trade off of this area, you guys keep me updated. We're about to have a macro. It might take out the highs and then start running because this is obviously a 30-minute candle. So I'm not going to re-enter any more trades today. I got taken out at break even, walking away with $0. That was exactly zero. No commissions or anything. Yikes. A little bit unfortunate, but you guys see we had a bunch of weak candles when we broke down towards sell side. Bunch of these weak candles. So, noted for next time. I mean, I know this because IFVGs are taught that if you're looking for an IFVG setup, you want it to be very, very big and volatile towards sell side. It breaks out, takes those lows, and then it keeps going. So I'm going to see if maybe we take out the highs again, but I'm going to be trading from my phone. If you guys want to get the updates from me for the second trade that I take, you guys can see that in the Telegram. But thank you guys for all tuning in today. No movement, but risk management, bro. Yes, sir. Displacement candle with IFG. Exactly. We want to see some bigger movement. We want to see some bigger candles. What's the link? You guys can click it, find it on the Telegram. Or I meant to say on the Instagram, in the bio. So just search up my Instagram, Full Send Traders, click the bio, and you'll see my free XAU USD, which is just a name for it. That's the Telegram. I'll send it in the chat for about 5 seconds. All right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys all joining today's live stream. There was a